I think this ratchets up the drama because you got to perform. It's almost now win or go home. And if you don't put some points on the board during the chase, you're probably going to be out of it, because every third race they're going to be kicking 4 guys out. And they're going to have to, they're just out of the championship run. So I think it kind of puts almost a sudden death kind of spin on things, where you're going to have to perform, or else you're not going to win the championship, and you're looking to next year. I think it'll help the AAA 500 in that by then you're getting down to it. There are 8 drivers at that point that have a shot at winning the championship. The next race, when you go down to Phoenix, it's going to be a cutoff race. So if you bobble here, if you have an off race, a cut tire, a blown engine, some pit miscue or something like that, you may have blown your 2014 season chances. So, this has been a critical race, the race that really determined the championship a few years ago. And I think it's still, with this, the pressure is going to be even greater, and we're going to see the champions rise to the top and the pretenders fall by the wayside. When you come to Texas for the April race, that race is huge. You've got to win, and if you can win there, your season is made. You're in the chase, and to me, that means so much to the fans that they want to see that race that they bought a ticket to. They want to see that one matter. Nobody buys a ticket to see a point championship. People are buying a ticket to see a race. It's often a criticism of NASCAR that they're somehow trying to manufacture things, and I don't understand that, because I didn't see that same charge levied against the NFL when they talked about, for instance, eliminating the point after touchdown kick to maybe go to a 2-point conversion, things like that. Is the NFL trying to manufacture excitement? Yes, absolutely they are, and that is exciting. Is NASCAR trying to manufacture some excitement here? Absolutely. What's wrong with that? Through the years, we've seen the playoff for various sports expanded. The NFL, you used to have a couple of teams or 3 teams in a conference that would have a playoff to go to the Super Bowl. Now it's up to 6 teams, 8 teams. In some leagues, they take 50% of the teams and put them in the championship rounds for the playoffs. So everybody tries to do that in some fashion or another. I don't know why it's different when people talk about NASCAR that way. Every sport's trying to create excitement, and this is no different. I like the eliminations, I really do. You're going to have to produce early on, or else you're going to get kicked out after that 3rd race, and then more are going to get kicked out after that 6th race, and then after the 9th race, it's down to 4 drivers. So I think that's a good thing. That focuses the spotlight nice and hot on these drivers that are in the chase. The eliminations, to me, make a lot of sense. It happens in every other sport. And, people can say what they want to, but every other sport, you can have a great season, but when you get to the playoffs, you lose, you go home. Same thing here. You're going to have to do well. You're going to have to win and do well in the chase if you want to win the championship. I think it's going to bring everybody to pay more attention to NASCAR, the casual fan, the more hardcore fan, because this is it. This is the championship race. 4 drivers going at it. Whoever finishes ahead of the other 3 is going to win the title. I can't imagine not selling that race out. I can't imagine not adding seats to Homestead for this thing. If that promoter can't sell that race out and add seats to the place and still sell it out at 100, 150,000 seats, something's wrong down there, because that race is going to be breathtaking. It's going to be exciting. You're going to see guys doing things that you wouldn't typically see done. I know there's some complaints that some guy can have a great race at the end of the season and win the championship. Well, a few years ago, the New England Patriots went to the Super Bowl completely undefeated throughout the regular season, throughout the playoffs, obviously. They got to the Super Bowl, and the New York Giants beat them. Well, nobody says the New York Giants didn't win the championship because the Patriots had this great season. Well, the same thing in NASCAR. You can have a great season, but you're going to have to come down to Homestead, and you're going to have to perform better than those other 3 guys that are in the position to win the championship. You're going to have to do that to win. I think that's breathtakingly exciting. And if they can't sell it out and they don't want it down there with that kind of excitement, give it to us here in Texas, because we'll sure do something with it.